There is this Georgian saying that can be translated as ice drinking water. The saying is used to express the speaker has seen something awe-inspiring, a sight so lovely that it has hydrated their eyes the same way water does to the body. Well, let's just say our eyes almost drowned.
This is Over the Main Roads in Georgia.
Gamarjoba.
We enter the country that is known for
In order of importance,
its chacha, wine, and high mountain peaks at its most southwestern border by the Black Sea, and continue the journey eastwards towards the Armenian border. Along the way, we soak and relax in hot springs, venture through river canyons, explore abandoned sites, and wonder at the many monasteries. In the end, our departure from Georgia proves almost impossible.
when entering a country, the first priorities are getting a SIM card, exchanging money to the local currency, and of course, making sure the vehicle is properly insured. There's no better place to arrange all these necessities than Batumi, and you get a free introduction to the assertive driving style of the Georgians.
Made it!
Well, we almost. Still have to do some chaotic Georgian traffic.
We left the city the same day as we arrived, simply because we're more nature enthusiasts, and staying in a city for too long doesn't really suit us. So we set off towards the Mirveti waterfall, our first glimpse of the beauty awaiting us in Georgia. A couple of kilometers after the waterfall, we found out that the Goderzi Pass was still closed. We had our hopes up high, but were a bit naive because we should have known it was too early this time of year, leaving us no other option than to turn back and head in the other direction. Luckily, our disappointment about the closed pass was quickly forgotten. We arrived late in the evening at the Vani hot springs and decided to rise at dawn and peacefully enjoy the warm water at the break of day. We enjoyed a 40 degrees bath while the morning dew made room for the first rays of sun to break through.
From the Vani hot springs towards the country's capital, we hadn't much planned and decided to see where the road would take us. We discovered the Martvili Canyon along the way, where the water brutally makes its way through the rocks. We had a lovely walk, but as you can see, our adventure dog had her doubts about the bridges over the cascading waters.
We go swimming or what is it?
Another amazing place we discovered was the Nokalakevi sulfur spring. It is basically a waterfall of hot water streaming to an ice-cold river. Many people come with a shovel and just dig their own bathtub. The closer to the waterfall, the hotter the bath.
So we just woke up next to this beautiful river. It's a beautiful camp spot, as you can see. And today we're gonna discover some urban places. It's like urbexing. We're gonna discover some abandoned places from the Soviet Union. So yeah, we're excited. Let's take you along. Ready to discover the abandoned places?
Yes, I am.
Flo, are you ready? Flo. Skaltubo is known for its waters of immortality. It has more than 2,000 mineral springs. In the 1950s, it became the most important spa resort in the Soviet Union and attracted about 125,000 visitors a year. A total of 19 sanatoriums and pensions were built. There were even trains directly from Moscow to Skaltubo. But after the dissolution of the Soviet Union, the number of visitors dropped drastically, and the sanatoriums were abandoned. There is something about these lost places that just speaks to the imagination. They tell a tale of faded glory and show a reflection of a possible future at the same time. They give a glimpse into the past, an imagination of the future, and a forced acceptance of the present. What exactly are we seeking in these lost places? It remains a question mark, but one thing is certain. It evokes a special feeling to walk in these places.
After our visit to the abandoned Soviet buildings, we visited even older ones. These, on the other hand, did survive the test of time and are still thriving today. The Motsameta and Gelati monasteries date from the 11th century and are still highly visited. Not only by tourists, but are still in use as places of worship. What makes them so special is their geography. These small monasteries are highly contradictory with the rugged landscapes they are built in. And still, they fit perfectly. We decided to visit the Joseph Stalin Museum in Gori. And I must say, it was quite an intriguing, yet somewhat strange experience. We felt it leaned more towards glorifying Stalin's persona rather than reflecting the harsh truth. From here, we visited a winery and enjoyed a splendid, peaceful evening in nature to brace ourselves for the next morning, entering Georgia's capital, Tbilisi. After a few days in Tbilisi, we had enough of the city and decided to head straight to Armenia. On our way to the border, we thought, let's give our tank a well-deserved shower so he's all nice and clean for the crossing. Our tank was shining like a diamond and ready to cross into new territories. I shoved the key into the ignition and tried to turn it, but it wouldn't. The key wouldn't turn and we were not able to start the car, no matter what we tried. Night fell upon us and all our efforts turned out in vain, so our only option was to spend the night in the car wash booth.
The next morning left us no other choice than to tow it back to Tbilisi. A Ford Transit towing a Ford Ranger. Can you imagine? The garage confirmed the issue we thought it was. A broken ignition cylinder. The estimated delivery time for an original part was 4 weeks. Waiting for a month? That wasn't an option for us. Fuck! The other option, finding a second-hand part, seemed impossible in the weekend. So the parking lot of the garage became our backyard for the coming days. In the evening, we heard live music coming from the bar next door and decided to check it out and have some beers. We ended up having a fantastic night, saw an amazingly good live performance, made new friends, way too many beers and cha-cha, and got even invited for dinner the next day. Every cloud has a silver lining. On Monday, we got the news that the garage found someone with a completely wrecked Ranger who could sell us the ignition cylinder. Instead of waiting in Georgia for a month, we were soon ready to head to the Armenian border. This time, skipping the car wash. Still slightly hungover, we were back on the road, ready for the next adventure.